As I reflect on Martin Luther King Jr., I think about the fact that he was assassinated just 2 weeks before I was born, and yet his messages reach across the years to me today. In fact, they really mirror what I see happening in our country this 50 years later. In his letter from Birmingham jail, he calls out white pastors and the white church as a whole to look at what's happening and to stand up to the injustice that's all around him. And one of the things that struck me most about that letter is when he talks about the true stumbling block toward freedom is actually the white moderate who's more devoted to order than to justice and who prefers what he calls a negative peace, which is the absence of tension, over a positive peace, which is the presence of justice. And as I think about that, I think about how I have to hold the mirror up to myself and be willing to see those places where I'm complicit. And I'm so grateful for Martin Luther King Jr. and the anointing that he had and that he lived and leaned into as he spoke those words and wrote those papers all those many years ago. And pray that we may have ears to hear and eyes to see even today how true his words are, and may we choose to lean into the call and the challenge to live as he calls us to live.